How to pick up on a woman's upcoming betrayal. Okay. So here's my dilemma here. The truth is, I don't want you to focus on that. Why? Because you need to be very vigilant about your respect and confidence in a relationship. If you spent the rest of your relationship just worried about looking for signs of her betrayal, that's going to be a big blow to your confidence and certainty as a man, which ironically just spirals the relationship into disintegration any fucking way. So ironically, the best answer to this question is don't look for any of those signs. They do nothing but dampen your confidence, and you need that shit to keep the relationship going. However, there are things that your subconscious can't help but pick up when you're in a relationship with a chick. For instance, I was dating this girl last year, right? In the beginning of our relationship, every time I would go to her house, she would come downstairs to come get me to go up to her apartment. She lived on like the 14th floor or something, and we just make out in the elevator on the way there, right? After some time had passed and I had gotten a little too comfortable in the relationship, all of a sudden one day I go to her place and she's like, no, I'm too tired, I'm too sick, or whatever excuse she gave me. And she was like, look, I'm not coming down, I'm just gonna buzz you in. Now to the untrained eye, that's just like, oh yeah, she's sick, whatever, buzz me in. But me being me, as long as I've been doing this, I know signs of disinterest when I see them. And basically, the best way to identify any signs or indicators of disinterest is that it usually comes in the form of defiance of some sort. This is why I preach compliance a lot. This is why I preach compliance testing all the time. Because you constantly want to know where you're at in this girl's mind, right? And the best way to do so is through the use of compliance tests. If she goes from, okay, I'll come downstairs to come get you and we can make out on the elevator on the way up to my apartment, to, nah, I'm tired today, let me just buzz you in. And worse off, you actually go with it, you allow that to happen. Now you've just created what we call negative compliance or defiance. And boom, she'll just keep testing to see what else she can get away with. Now one day you look up and try to ask her for a cup of coffee or tea or water, whatever you like to drink. And before she would be like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, what do you need? 2 sugars, blah, blah. And now she's like, oh, come on, you know how to make coffee. You can do that yourself. These are all signs of defiance. And when they're defiant, they're lacking interest. See my point? So the signs are there if you want to look for them. Again, I would advise you don't. But if you're too lazy to look for them, then you can just test for them. That's what I prefer you do. Here's a great test you can use right now. Call your girl or the girl you're seeing right now and ask her for a big favor. I'll let you be creative on what the favor would be. Whether she actually complies or defies is irrelevant. What matters is you now know where you stand.